Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Daniela Castro and today I would like to show you how to make your cards stand out from other cards, look more beautiful and professional using really simple techniques. I want to show you the exact same card made in two different ways. So we have the first one. It is just a simple card. Let me put it up close. That way you can see the details. And this other one, I used exactly the same materials, everything the same, but using a different technique. This card looks so much better, so much professional. It is not perfect, okay, but it is beautiful, and it definitely has a wow effect, at least in person. I don't know if the camera can show it, but I'm gonna start by pointing out the background on the card. This one is just glued together like the cardstock. This one, I decided to use an embossing folder. So those little shapes that you see on the background are made by this embossing folder. Once you run it through your die cutting machine, it gives it a really nice effect. Okay, and then the next thing that I'm gonna point to you is the flowers. As you can see on this card, the flowers are just glued just like that. They're flat. On this one, they have volume. As you can see, let me show it to you different from an angle. That way you can look at it better. This is for sideways. Like you can move the petals. It definitely gives it a totally different shape. It looks more not natural, well, yeah, they look really nice. Also the color, these flowers are white. This is also white cardstock. The difference is I used some ink on these flowers, and let me show you. Maybe you haven't noticed, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna explain to you how I did this effect on the flowers. Let me put this to the side. Okay, so right here, I got my Sizzix Stamper's Secret Weapon. It's this mat. And the thing is that it feels kind of like foamy. So if you put your finger on it, like, it's soft. And this is so nice. It helps you to mold the flowers to give them the shape that it needs. And also the ink. Okay, I love this Stress ink. They're not expensive at all. So you can buy this. I just have the little containers. I also use Memento inks. For the flowers, I used the Memento. And you could use one of these applicators. In this case, I am using a makeup applicator. So these ones are not expensive and they work amazing. I recommend you to get this. They come in a bag, a lot of them. And so you can use, many colors. And let me show you how I do this. Okay, so this is the cutting die for the big flower. The paper for, just for demonstration purposes, I am using white cardstock on everything that I'm gonna show you. And so I don't know if you can see, but it has little lines and little holes in here. We're gonna color that. to give it the effect that we want, like on the second card. If you don't have ink, don't worry. You can use markers, paint that you have at home. There's many things that you can use if you don't have ink at home. But try to get ink. But if not, you can use a lot of different stuff. So I just get a little bit of ink and just start by pressing onto the cutting knife. Let me show you. Right here. Okay, so just like that. I also want to mention, if you don't have this pad, the Sizzix Stamper's Secret Weapon, don't worry. If you have at home a mouse pad for your computer, like this, you can also use it. It works just as good. And if you don't have that, let's say if you don't got the funds to purchase that, as long as you have, this is a foam board. It's kind of like a, it has foam inside the board. You can use it as well. Anything that has the cushion will work. So after we did that, make sure you have some wipes, baby wipes, or any wet cloth just to clean the top. I have my fingers all painted, so just be careful. And then to remove the cardstock from the cutting knife, I don't have any fancy stuff. I just use a needle or a safety pin, anything simple. Oops. Okay, so we got this. So now we're just gonna go around the flower. And let me show you. It looks so pretty. You know what? I cleaned it. I cleaned the cutting knife with the cardstock inside, and this little piece got wet. So make sure you do it afterwards. But it looks really nice, so don't worry. So just like this. And so now we put it on the pad and we're gonna start molding. Just making little circular movements. Oh, by the way, I also want to recommend you, if it's possible, to buy this metallic molding balls sticks. They're great for molding your flowers. It just gives it a beautiful effect. So, okay. Look how this looks. It looks really, really pretty. It comes with, it's a set of four sticks. Right now I'm just using one, the biggest one. Okay, so I got my flower done. For instructional purposes, I'm gonna be using this little piece of cardstock that I just had just laying there. I want to show you, because it's also it is also an important step, how to glue it. I got this tiny bottles. I believe it's 5 milliliter container. They come empty, okay? And then you just fill them out with glue or gilding wax, and it just gives you the right amount of glue that you need. It won't look messy on you. You just stick it in there. But look how different it looks from these flat ones to this flower. Look how gorgeous it looks. Then on the little one, also, if you can see, it has little holes. You can color it as dark or light as you want. Okay, I think I lost my needle. Oh, here it is. So you just use your needle to remove it. And look, we're gonna mold it again. Really easy. And then again with my little needle point glue container. Okay. I have talked about this in the previous videos, but I really love these wax pencils. I recommend you to get some. They're unbelievably inexpensive and they work wonderful. So you just touch the gem or the crystal that you want to pick up, and look, it's just there. I'm just gonna place a little dot of glue, and no problems at all. Look, this easy. I also wanted to make a comparison between my two cards. On this one, I just did it how I used to do it in the past before I found these glue containers. I don't know if the camera can show, but it's all full of glue. Like, it looks messy. It doesn't look clean. Look. On this card, it is perfectly clean, so that makes it look even better. Just by using this needle tip. This is for almost all of your cutting dies. I recommend you to pay attention to the little holes, because those holes are there for a purpose, and this is one, to be able to remove them easily, and number two, that way you can embellish your cutting die. I'm just gonna hold it by hand, and I'm gonna do the same thing because I want to show you the difference just by doing something so insignificant like this. It's gonna give it another dimension. Your card is gonna look so pretty just by doing this. Just with the ink that was previously on the sponge, that's all. Because I don't want it to look so like dark. And then I have my gilding wax. This is a pinkish color. that I'm gonna use, because I use it for gilding wax, these containers, and also for glue. Just a tiny little bit. And let me show you the effect. So you just stick it, like rub it there. Use a little bit more. So I'm just applying just a little bit, not so much. Just gonna give it a nicer look. Okay, so with my needle, nothing fancy. Let me remove it from here. Okay. Now look at this. I don't know if you can see, but it looks so nice. It looks so delicate. And you saw how quick it was. This gilding wax gives it a really shiny little details. Let me show you what I did on this one. So this butterfly is brown. With my gilding wax, look at that. I just added some crystals, just 3 crystals on each side, and look how gorgeous. Look at this one. No detail, no nothing. It's pretty, but it's not like amazing. And look at this. You see the difference? I didn't take, like, it took a few seconds to do this. But look at this. So once you glue it on your card, the butterflies, I recommend you to only glue the middle part. So you place it in there, and then being careful because I don't want to scratch the detail. Just glue it like that. And then once it gets right, a few seconds, you just fold the wings upward like this. Just a little bit. Okay. How to do it now because I'm just trying to show you. But look how gorgeous this looks. Look at that. Now, if you want to embellish it like I did, just put 3 glue dots. Look at that. And this needle tip applicator gives you the right amount of glue, so you don't have to worry about putting too much. It just gives you the right amount. Look at that. And then also another thing that I want to talk to you is the sentiment. I mean, in this card, I just, I just stamped that friend, that's all. And I glued it to the card. And it doesn't look anything special, just simple. But look at this one. It's the same piece, just done differently. on this card, I used foam tape to give it a like the little dimension. It makes it so nice. Let me show you how I did it. Okay, so here it is. Sorry, I was looking for it. It fell on the floor, but I found it. Okay, so you just do it like this. Really quick and easy. And then you just stamp whatever sentiment or word that you want to stamp. In this case, it's just a tiny little piece. So friend, the word friend just fit perfectly. But you can do it bigger, or then it's going to give it a really nice effect. And to do that, I got my foam tape. I bought the one with the little squares. Here in the US, you can buy it really inexpensive at the dollar store. I try to save on, on my supplies. And I found it at the dollar store, and it turned out to be a great product. I use it often, and let me show you how you would do it. Okay, so I just have a little piece. Since this thing is little, I'm not gonna use a lot. Just let's pretend that I already stamped the sentiment onto this piece. Like this. And then just remove the back and just tape it. It looks really nice. Better, a lot better than a flat sentiment like this. Okay. Before I finish or wrap up this video, I want to ask you, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up, and to please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I really appreciate your time of watching my video, and thank you so much. God bless you. Okay, take care.